Most churches today preach what Paul described as another gospel. In Galatians chapter 1, let me read verses 6 to 7. I marvel that you are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of God unto another gospel, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and would pervert the gospel of Christ. Nicolaitans among house church overseers were not content with that role. They wanted to be independent and make a name for themselves. Consequently, number one, they rejected the idea of equality of brethren, hence the introduction of clergy-laity dichotomy. Number two, they drew attention to themselves rather than to Christ, thereby usurping the glory that belonged only to Christ. Number three, they were instigators of institutional rather than communal churches, hence the proliferation of churches owned by men. Number four, they disdained home church fellowship method of nurturing believers to grow in grace to maturity. Number five, they preferred large congregations to showcase their relevance and success in ministry. Number six, they believed that Mormonism was an important aspect of serving God, hence the demand and payment of indulgence, honorarium, and tithing. Number seven, they believed that miracles were required to authenticate call into ministry. Number eight, they did not see anything wrong in using spiritism, the practice of communicating with the dead, to grow the church. Number nine, they introduced the idea of pastoral chief executive officer, elevating the office of pastor above all, whereas it was not part of the appointive post in house churches. Number 10, they made themselves bishops of the souls of men. 11, they did everything to shut out the fivefold ministry, just as institutional churches are doing today. Number 12, they loved titles. And number 13, they developed many precepts that the Lord termed deeds of the Nicolaitans. Now, most of what we have in the church system today emanated from the doctrine of the Nicolaitans that Jesus hates. The only way to bring about revival in this end-time church is to remove the doctrine of the Nicolaitans with its lurid deeds from the church.